It's me, Feral Dex, unshowered, numb face from dentist surgery, in my nice robe Dex, to talk about another feral game, which, I don't know, it might be quite feral. Watch Dogs Legion, or Watch Dogs 3. The thing is it Watch Dogs 3, or is it just Watch Dogs Legion? So I typed in Watch Dogs 3 and it had like no pictures for it. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh yeah, it's called Legion, right? That's so simple. Anyway, right, so, Watch Dogs Legion. I want to talk about it because it's a game that I'm a little bit concerned about. Now, off the bat, I always said that every video, off the bat. I played the first game, Watch Dogs 1, when it came out at launch. If I'm honest, I forgot the game even came out. It was very unmemorable, but I remember thinking it was fine. You know what I mean? I beat it and was like, oh yeah, it was fine. I liked it, whatever. Second game, I actually quite enjoyed. I remember liking it a little bit. Oh my god, my fucking doctor's calling. You mad? Wow. I'm a genius. There's a pause local recording button. I just unpause the video. That's amazing. Wow. Okay, well at least I know that now. Right, Watch Dogs Legion. I forgot what I was even talking about. Oh yeah, I'm worried about this game. I'm concerned about this game. The second game, as I was saying, I quite liked it. It had a very weird tone though. If you want to see my thoughts on that video, I guess type in Dex Mining Watch Dogs 2 and probably come up with my review of it. But the third game, I'm just so uninterested in. I'm not that bothered. And the biggest reason why is, well, there's a few reasons why. I mean, I like how it's set in London. I think that's cool, but it's also, it's exaggerated accent, weird London, where everyone's like, all right, yeah, mate, yeah, let's do this, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, bastard, yeah. And it's just a bit distracting for me, personally. I don't know, it's like, it's playing cartoon London, and if they're trying to appeal to Londoners, I don't think, like, in terms of the accent and the writing, it might be a bit distracting. At least for me, personally, I'm a bit like, it's actually really pissed me off, the whole game, if every single bit of dialogue was like, alright, mate, yeah, alright. It's like, okay, yes, there are some London accents that are very exaggerated like that, and there are people who do have a bit of London accent. But from my experience living there, I lived there twice, by the way. Like, yeah, there's London accents, but I mean, there's accents from all over the place, and it just seems like the whole point of London is that it's like a melting pot for just everything. Like, loads of cultures, loads of different people from different countries, whatever. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see much of that. Honestly, I have no idea. But that's kind of a bit disheartening. I'm like, it's gonna just annoy me. Honestly. So there's that. And the biggest problem I've got with it is, well, two things. One of them is I just don't think hacking is that fun. Honestly. Like, from what I've seen of the gameplay, like, I don't want to stand outside and pilot a fucking drone. I mean, they are saying, oh, you can go in and just kill everybody and whatever. It's exactly what I will be doing, right? And that's what I did on the first game, which was really weird though, because it was like, you know, you gotta be stealth, and I was just some random guy with a hat. It just felt very tonally weird. Same with the second game. I just killed everyone, and then they're like, woohoo, we stole a car, let's post it to social media. I had a really weird tone about it. I didn't really understand. This game's kind of almost like a similar, I think it's gonna go a similar route, honestly. Because I'm watching it and they're like, you know, we're liberating this, this, and this, and you know, the police are doing this, and blah, blah, blah. But in the trailer, there's a guy going around killing everyone. So you're just as bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Whoa. See, my dog agrees, man. He's agreeing. So that's a bit weird. I got a feeling the tone's gonna be all over the place. And I think as well, like, in my opinion, I'm guessing, when they had the idea for this game, that was like when Brexit was happening, right? And there was kind of a big divide in this country, but not really. There wasn't. And I think they were trying to capitalize on that. It's kind of like, recently I saw a game on Switch it come out, and it had like some DLC for it. It was, I guess, like kind of like a city sim. It had some DLC for it, and it was like a Brexit simulator type thing. Like, and the world was like falling apart, and there was like a post-apocalyptic England. And I'm just looking at like, okay, that's a perfect example of just a really ill-conceived concept. Because Brexit wasn't that fucking bad. I don't even know, has Brexit happened yet? I don't even know. That's how much, like, no one cares about it anymore. / it hasn't changed anything. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like Watch Dogs was a similar thing. We're like, oh, there's so much divide in the UK right now, Brexit, whatever. So I remember at the time when it was announced, everyone was like, oh, it's like Brexit the game, and I think there still was a bit of tension around it then. But now it's just it just seems a bit dumb because nothing's happened. And also, I think it's kind of ill-conceived as well because, like, you know, there's protests going on right now and all this shit, and I don't want to get too in-depth into that, but, you know, that's a kind of a weird kettle of fish. And I feel like this is kind of a weird tone. Like, who is this appealing to, really? Like, I don't want to play as some fucking weird liberators, if I'm honest. Like, I was watching the trailer, like, okay, I understand they've got this, like, the villain's like, you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna do whatever it takes and kill everybody. But they've had to do that. But I'm also like, I think when I play that game, I'm gonna be on the fence. I'm a very, like, you know, I want law and order kind of person. So I'm gonna be playing it like, okay, well the policemen are just doing their jobs, to be honest. And I'm playing as some dickhead with a drone who's gonna go and shoot them all up. Like, okay, it's a bit fucked up. Isn't like, I don't know, I'm killing stormtroopers or something when they know. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just, it's gonna be a weird tone. I don't think it's gonna sit with a lot of people. In my opinion, I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I mean, it's just a fucking video game at the end of the day. But the point is, like, I'm already uninterested in this, and that aspect of the story, and just the whole Brexit-y weird thing. I don't even care. Like, it's not a story I care about playing or give a shit about. Speaking of the story, and this is the biggest reason why I think it's gonna fail, aside with the gameplay, I don't think the gameplay is gonna be that fun. Like I said, the hacking wasn't that fun in the first game, really. It was for like 10 minutes, and the second game as well. Like, I don't know. I like just going in and just beating people up, honestly. So there is that. But the biggest reason why I think it's gonna be a failure and not really do well is the story aspect. And, you know, the whole gimmick of this game is, you can play as anyone. You know, anyone's a hero, anyone's a resistance fighter. But that doesn't... one, I don't know how they're gonna pull that off, honestly, because I'm guessing they're gonna probably do, like... They've probably made, like, 300 people, which in a AAA game isn't really that hard to do, to be honest. Especially if they have the script, right? Like, literally, if they had the whole script and go, right, we've got character 1, Emma. Okay, right, and then they go through the script and they go, okay, change... All they gotta do, basically, is just change the lines, which is what they've done from what we've seen of the trailers. Depending on who you are, does not affect the flow of the story. So playing as the fireman isn't gonna change, like, which mission you do. That's what it seems like to me. So that's not even that hard. For a AAA company, you can just go through the script and go, okay, right, there's this character, they're a bit of a douchebag. Let's change this line to sort of, hi, how are you? All right, geezers. All right, what's next? Yeah, this is fucking weird, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, you just change the dialogue. That's not that impressive, in my opinion, in terms of the process for it, at least. Because you can just, you know, put stuff in there saying, you know, is the character this character? Yes, play dialogue for this. You know what I mean? It's like not that bad. Anyway, but I guess there's no focus on the story and the characters. Like, from what we've seen of it so far, it's just play as anyone and then you gotta liberate England. Not the UK, by the way, because it's obviously just England, it seems, right? It's in London. It's one thing, like, everyone, I don't know what it is with Americans, right? The UK is not... United Kingdom is a bunch of countries, okay? It's set in England, it's not set in the UK. It seems like it's just set in England. I could be completely wrong. Maybe it does go to Scotland or Wales or something. I don't know. But I don't think so. Anyway, that's just me going on a rant. Yeah, there's no focus. It's like this video right now. No focus on the characters. You can just play as anyone. And that's lame. I want to play as a character I can relate to, who has, you know, an interesting personality where the story's more focused. Because, okay, yeah, like I said, it might not affect the flow. And you can choose whoever. But that means that the story isn't written with this specific character in mind. With Aiden on the first game, it's one character who's written in a specific way with a specific story, and his actions would be how he, you know, interprets them. Having an old granny basically say the same dialogue but in a different way. I don't know, like, they're all doing this, I'm assuming at least, they're all gonna be doing the same fucking thing. It's not gonna be focused at all. And to be honest, like, in my opinion, Ubisoft's strong point isn't storytelling. It never really has been. Watch Dogs 1 and 2, like, the story wasn't even that great. Like, story, I like the characters in the second game, but again, the tone was all over the goddamn place. The Assassin's Creed games were, the first one was interesting, but if you play it now, the story's a bit paper thin. Second game had a great story, I will admit that. And Brotherhood also had a decent story. I like that one. But from that point on, they've always been a bit all over the place. Well, I say that I haven't played Far Cry, to be honest. I played Far Cry 3 briefly. So, I mean, but I don't know. I guess Watch Dogs then, when it comes to story. Like, compare this, for example, with the trailer for the new Far Cry. I mean, that had 2 characters focused, and I'm already... Like, that I actually want to play. Because the characters on that seem... They're written well, and they're written, you know, because they're actual characters that we're focused on. Whereas Watch Dogs is like, alright, Governor, I'm a little grandma! Then showing, like, the difference between the cutscenes. There's one guy going, alright, dickhead, and her going, okay, son! Like, it's just the same character, but written slightly different, but not... It's not focused enough to where you care. I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? I think people get what I'm saying, but I just don't see this game doing well. Especially since Watch Dogs 2 didn't actually do well, as far as I know. And I think everybody's over the whole hacking thing, honestly. I think people just are sick of hacking. Like, I honestly, I know it sounds really weird and kind of boomerish, I don't want to play as a hacker because I've hackers are doing my head in. Like, I keep seeing it on Twitter, everyone's getting hacked and DDoSed and whatever. Like, I want to play as a guy who does that. Like, do you know what I mean? They're not like heroes that much anymore. Everything that probably was cool and was being a hero and all this stuff, like 3 years ago, and this was announced, whenever it was, 2 years ago maybe. I don't think it's just not that cool right now. I don't think. Being a resistance fighter and saying fuck the system, like, again, like, judging from what the fuck's been going on around the world at the moment, that's not cool anymore, to be honest. Just, I don't know, it's just a lot of problems, I think, with this game. Yeah, if it came out 2 years ago, maybe, but... Anyway, that's my opinions. If you played Watch Dogs 1 and 2, leave a comment down below, give me your opinion. And, yeah, I'll see you next video.